Okay, got some little change of pace here. Got a couple candies that I found I'm gonna basically review and try for you. First one is this magic potion stuff. I like little oddball candy things when I see them. When they come in weird containers, especially science related. And so I figured you can get this one and try it. This is the only color they had, I think. Uh, the only one store that sells these weird things, and they don't get much. But oh well. And it comes with these little tablets in there. There's three in there. At first, I thought you're supposed to eat these uh, separate, but I watched some other videos, and you're supposed to drop them inside here. And apparently, it changes color and does like a little fizz reaction, like it's alpha filter or something. Uh, the tablets do look like something I would normally eat. A nice reddish orange color. You might not be able to see it exactly good on the camera there. Kind of light red, almost orange. Uh, I've already smelled this, and it smells a little appley, almost like a Jolly Rancher. It says you're supposed to wait 5 minutes before before drinking this after you put this in there. I'm not gonna let this video go that long, so we'll see how this goes for a little bit. See if anything happens. I mean, they are fizzing. Yeah. And there we go. Now it's starting to lighten up. And I noticed from other videos, the bubbles would accumulate here and they would threaten to come out the end. So I got to watch out for that. Yeah. So it's still green, but it's lighter green. Most people didn't that the videos I saw, nobody liked it. They didn't like the taste. They said they're not going to try it again. So these might not be available much longer if everybody's like that. I guess it depends on the color it finally changes to. You know, looks like it's not going to be a very appetizing color, which is going to be to their detriment. Actually kind of getting pretty ugly looking. Once again, it's a little darker. At least it looks to me like it's a little darker on the camera on the phone there. Yeah, starting to bubble up. When it splashes, I'd notice it splashed on me a little bit. It's splashing red, just like the tablets are red. So I guess that makes sense. A little bit got on my finger is all red. I got to pop the bubble. That's weird. It's green. Tablets are kind of red. Yet it's turning out this real ugly looking, almost like a dark pea, almost turning like a brownish, like a dirty pea color. Like yeah, like a lot of people gonna really want to drink that. I mean, novelty effect, I guess. Since there's so many poo related toys and stuff now. You know, there poo gang, poo Play-Doh, and all this and that. Doll to bring dolls back on the market to do that mess themselves. Yeah, it's definitely turning into a brown. Tablets are about half of what they were now. I'm gonna go ahead and try this, and I don't want to waste any more time than I got this other candy to get to. Well, it's definitely candy. I don't mind it myself. I like it. It's a little bit sweet and just a little bit sour at the same time. Of course, more other people might think it's a little more sour, but I'm well versed in sour stuff. It takes a lot of sour stuff to really bother me. But I don't think this might not bother much of anybody. But it's sour enough that you can taste it, but it's still sweet at the same time. It's kind of weird, but I think it's pretty good. Now this is the main focus of this video. I promised some friends of mine that I was gonna do a video on this candy here I happened to find online. I don't know if it's going to be in any stores, or if it is in any stores anywhere. I'm sure there's some that it's in. You know, that real wacky gas station store that sells all that weird stuff, and it's got that fun area you can go into and all this and that trippy. I'm sure it's probably got that. But anyway, I don't know any other places that other than online that might sell this. But anyway, the type of trolley candy, Popeyes, and it's got a lot of it's got sour center in there. That's another reason why I picked it up. And a lot of foreign languages on it, especially German, and that's the way it was more or less marketed on the side. And it's marketed as a German candy. Maybe that's the reason why it's not really. I don't expect it to be sold in very many places here. Of course, it does look like an eye, about the right size. Definitely squishy like an eye, and then they even put the little lines on the back. So I'm a horror fan, but eye stuff is usually where I draw the line, if I draw the line anywhere. And I don't. And then the fear factor stuff, anytime anything gets involved with eyes, that's where I usually draw the line. So me getting this is very, very out of the ordinary, boy. Yeah, if you're a fan, the opposite of me, you're gonna like this already. The plastic doesn't give. I mean, it gives a little bit, but it's kind of stiff. Now look at this. Yeah, this is a very, very squishy. Very, very squishy. Let me give it a little lick first off and see how. Yeah, kind of what you expect. It's a little sweet, and it's just a weird consistency. A little stiffer than what you expect Jello to be. It's a lot stiffer than Jello, but it's not very far off from that. It's just I'm not sure if I've ever, other than that, I'm not sure if I've ever had anything that's this consistency. So let's see if I can get to the inside and see how sour this is. Oh, look there. It's red. Just what you expect it to be. Well, there's not that much in there. Yeah, I definitely got all of it. Yeah. There wasn't that much in there at all. Probably the size of an M&M worth. Uh, and honestly, it might have been enough sour for them to call it sour, but this magic potion stuff was more sour than this, and it's not even marketed as sour. I don't think. No, I don't think it is. I don't know. I like it. If I saw it in the store for a reasonable price, I'd probably get it. This is a pack of 4. It cost me over $8 on Amazon to get this. So it's what $2 and a quarter a piece. At that price, I'm not going to buy it again. So I'd have to find some store, someplace where it's probably $2-3 a package or something like that. Or if there's a bunch more in there, maybe then. But yeah, it's a nice candy, but just not for that price. But a one-time purchase, yeah, I'd recommend you trying it. It's a little drier on the inside than it is on the outside, but it's still got that thick jello consistency. Just don't eat it like I am doing. It is very sticky. I'm gonna have to wash my hands and I watch what I touch, cause yeah, I got this, especially after licking it first. And I might get away with my pinky there, hitting the stop button. But yeah, I would recommend it. Just not for the price, unless for a first time purchase. And unlike other people, I would recommend the Magic Potion too. To me, it's good. It's just not sour. Neither one of these are sour to me. Now, the candy we used to have when I was a kid, that was some sour stuff. I don't know if it's still around. Maybe it was just because I was first getting into it, and I was more sensitive to it. That might have been all it was. And that's why I remember it as vividly as I do. So maybe that's it. But yeah, those names, a couple of them are still around, but they're definitely not the same things that we used to have. Like we used to have something called a Jawbreaker, but it's not this big, humongous lollipop without a stick that you get today. That'll almost like a billiard ball that'll break your teeth. Nah, things we call a Jawbreaker were about the size of like a bouncy ball you get with jacks, and they were covered in sugar, crystallized sugar to get you used to it. I believe that's what it was, yeah. And it didn't take long. Once you suck the sugar off her, then you hit the sour stuff. I might get this confused with something else, but we also had these things called crybabies. That might have been what I'm thinking of, one or the other. But yeah, and we had lockjaws too. Crybabies, I think, were smaller. Lockjaws were a little bit on the larger side, but you had to be careful about those things. They called them lockjaws for a reason. If you weren't ready for them, they'd hit you right there where your jaw connects, and that kind of lock you up a little bit. And of course, there are a few other things. Those are the 3 main names that I remember. Of course, everything that was supposed to be sour, at least to me, seemed more sour then. I think we had Warheads back then, and I remember them being a lot more sour than they are this today. The stuff today ain't nothing, yeah. So anyway, that's my review. If you have any recommendations on super sour candy, go ahead and leave them in the comments. Other than that, I'll let you go. And see you next time. I got some other videos to make. Thank you for watching.